Hello, my name is Don Henderson, and I would like to read a piece from a novel by one of my favorite authors, Hannes Köhler, in Spuren, or Traces. The novel asks the question, how well do we know the people closest to us, and how well do we know ourselves? The story begins one night in Berlin, where some bar philosophers are drinking and smoking in a neighborhood bar. Jakob's best friend Felix goes out for cigarettes and never comes back. It's a classic setup for a joke, but in Hannes Köhler's psychologically complex novel, it takes a darker turn. Jakob begins an increasingly desperate search for any trace of his childhood friend. He enlists the help of Felix's tough ex-girlfriend, Manya, goes to Felix's apartment, and soon finds himself immersed in his friend's diary and emails. He spends more and more time with his friend's ex and less time with his girlfriend. Gradually, Jakob discovers disturbing truths about identity, friendship, and obsession. The boundaries between his own existence and his friends begin to dissolve as he slowly takes on Felix's identity and sheds his own like a kind of talented Mr. Ripley. Felix has disappeared. What would happen if he returned? This extract is from the opening pages of the novel. And other people just grab a rope and hang themselves, Felix says, and raises his left arm up over his head, his fist closing over the end of an invisible noose. Think about that for a minute. The room is full of smoke. The fog of war, Felix says. He always has to be the center of attention, holding his cigarette wedged between his knuckle, that grating laugh of his. Hey, take it easy. He stands up, a little unsteady on his feet, and slurring a little, I'm going out for cigarettes. 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Basti says, hey, I think he fell into the John. We laugh. I say, I'll go look for him. In the bathroom, a pungent ammonia smell. A corner of the mirror is broken off. There's a long crack in the sink from the rim to the drain. In front of it, a puddle is pooling in the grooves between the tiles. The walls are covered with magic marker and stickers. Für immer und ewig, Eisenunion. Next Sunday, soul explosion. The dark wood of the stalls is gaping with holes, either punched in or kicked in. I open the doors, see fragments of words scratched in the wood and stickers everywhere. There is no trace of Felix, no one else either. On the way out, I bump into the overflowing trash can. Right on top is his t-shirt, Elbkind. Dark sweat stains under the arms. I pick it up, hold it out by the shoulders, pinching it between my fingers. It feels damp. I try to imagine him leaving the bar shirtless, stumbling into the street, his hairy chest, his little beer belly sticking out. I have to shake my head. Not possible, not even for Felix. He must have had a spare shirt, maybe a bag that I overlooked. The owner didn't notice anything. One of the regulars at the bar says, yeah, he left. When I ask if he was bare-chested, the guy just shakes his head and stares into his beard. The others are at the table waiting, producing a cloud of silence under the lamp. Well, Basti is drumming his fingers. Gone, I say, and toss the t-shirt on the table. What do you mean gone? Poof, disappeared. What now? Wait, I guess. He'll come back. Call him. I call his number. An electronic voice answers. The person you are trying to reach is unavailable. He's going to freak out, Manya says. You don't know what he's like when he freaks out. She gropes for the light switch. A quick click. Light floods the entryway, illuminating the yellow walls that are darkened as if covered with ash. To the right, some graffiti in black. Resist. The floor tiles form a chessboard, sagging in the middle. Rotten ceiling beams in the basement. I know this from Felix. Supposed to have been repaired months ago. All it took was the neighbor's new washing machine. Felix said that he was standing on the stairs when the hand truck with the washer was rolled into the hallway. When the men got to the middle of the floor, you could hear a loud crunch, like gigantic grinding teeth. The floor gave way in slow motion. Felix described all the shouting, the shock, and the thundering sound when they let go of the machine and it fell over backwards. The floor was still holding, Felix had told me, but the question was, For how much longer? It was a strange feeling to be standing on those tiles now. Manya walks ahead without paying any attention to the floor, her broad behind stretching her tight jeans. My comfy cushion, Felix had called it. She stops in front of the apartment door, pulls out the key. He wanted this back a long time ago, she said. You are never coming in here again. She stares into the distance. To hear his words coming out of her mouth makes me wonder how long he'd been saying things like that. We ring the bell. No answer. Well, go ahead. She looks at me. It's my responsibility, I say. She takes a breath. It's quiet in his apartment. There's a weak light coming from a naked light bulb. Manya steps into the hallway, hesitates. The floor creaks with every step she takes. The wardrobe on the wall to the left catches her eye. Empty hooks, waiting to snare jackets, stick up in the air. At the bottom, a heap of old shoes, a pile of rags, torn shoelaces. Next to the wardrobe, the door to the bathroom. She turns around, pushes down the door handle, and looks into the darkness. My own body is frozen on the threshold. Only when Manya gestures to me do my legs know what to do. I'm a thief, breaking in, feeling my way forward. Manya whispers, Felix. Thank you.